Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai?
Oh.
When I go there, I pray that I come back quickly.
That sounds like a you problem.
Do you wake up sometimes and feel, you know what, this is too much for me. This is too much. You don't feel appreciated enough.
It doesn't matter because I'm not working for. I'm working for myself. I'm not working for other people.
I'm working for myself. I'm not working for other people.
I'm working for my grandchildren, for my children.
He's working for his grandchildren and his children. He doesn't care.
You live paradise here. This is paradise.
Oh, Uganda is paradise. Okay.
You go to work in those places. I'm not an employee.
Okay.
I'm not an employee. I hear some people saying that I am their servant. I'm not a servant of anybody.
I'm not a servant of anybody. That's Museveni for you.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, broadcasting to you from these United States of the Americas. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Like I usually say, I don't know the time you might watch this or where you might enjoy this broadcast from. So I hope you're having a wonderful time. My name is Mordecai Marissa, and you're welcome to Mordecai Marissa Live. Oh, yes. I immensely appreciate. I hope you're having a wonderful time. If you are, I'm happy for you. And if not, everything will be all right. I love that music. And I hope you do. You know, I recently found out that I belong to a class of people who have that element of polyphonic perception, ability to listen to the instruments used in a song. So I love that music. Okay, enough about me. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to be looking at a later Winnie Byanyima, wife to the incarcerated Dr. Kizza Besigye, wrote to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Look, I don't know what goes through the mind of Winnie Byanyima, but I want to give her benefit of doubt. She knows the guy, so maybe she thinks that Museveni might change his mind. I don't know. Like, she's trying to apply reason and logic to a man who has been emboldened by his ruthlessness. A man who looks at himself and he refers to himself as a modern day king. Let me show you here. Modern day king. Winnie Byanyima, if you're watching, this is the man you're trying to write to. Says, I am a modern day king, says Museveni. And this is in 2025. He looks at himself as a king. And so if he's a king who was sentenced to power through violence, if you write to him, you know for sure that he's going to read your letter with a bleed of suspicion and concern. I mean, for crying out loud, this man is keeping your innocent husband in prison, and you believe he's going to take advice from you? But who am I, to say no? Let's go on and read this, then we shall break it down together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the letter of Winnie Byanyima. You can go on and read that. It says, an open, this was, maybe I should give you the background of all this. Okay. I'm really sorry. So, initially, Museveni mocked Ugandans who work in Dubai. He said, let's go on. I think I need to play this. Okay.
To find people going to work.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to watch this. This is what Museveni said, and this is what Winnie Byanyima was responding to.
In Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? A desert. Dubai. What are you going to do in Dubai?
Oh.
When I go there, I pray that I come back quickly.
That sounds like a you problem.
The temple, the climate, the what. You live paradise here. This is paradise.
Oh, Uganda is paradise. Okay.
You go to work in those places. It is inferiority complex, ignorance, poor leadership, uprooted. People have no roots. I am rooted here.
Okay.
My roots are here. There is nothing I don't know. I grew with our culture.
Typical Museveni. There's nothing I do not know, he says. Okay. So that's where Winnie Byanyima writes to him. I want you to pay close attention here. He says, an open letter to President Museveni, Winnie Byanyima, June 5th, 2026. I should have mentioned the other F. It is 5th. Okay. An open letter to President Museveni. Our young people need jobs, not mockery. Okay. She goes on to say, Dear President, many years ago, I think I need to expand this for you folks. Just give me a second. Okay. Oh, I think here you can see it right there. Oh, no. That's true. Okay. All right. She says, many years ago, we had many others shared a dream of building a Uganda in which every young person could find dignity, opportunity, and hope at home. We believe that Uganda's vast natural resources, fertile land, entrepreneurial people, and hard-won peace would create a future in which our children would not be forced to leave their country in search of survival. She goes on to say, it is therefore painful to hear young Ugandans mocked for leaving the country in search of work when many feel they have no other choice. She goes on to say, I was saddened to hear your recent comments about young Ugandans who leave for Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and other countries in search of work. Okay. She says, these young men and women are not leaving because they do not love Uganda. They are leaving because they cannot find sufficient opportunities at home. Okay. Many work as cleaners, security guards, drivers, caregivers, construction workers, and domestic workers. They endure separation from their families, loneliness, difficult working conditions, and in some cases, exploitation and abuse. Yet they persevere because they want to support their parents, educate their children, pay medical bills, build homes, and create a better future for their families. She says, these young Ugandans deserve our respect and gratitude, not ridicule. The facts tell a very different story from the one implied by your remarks. Today, remittances from Ugandans working abroad are among the country's largest sources of foreign exchange. Ugandans in the diaspora, I included, send home billions of dollars every year. These funds pay school fees, support healthcare, feed families, build houses, start small businesses, and build a lifeline for millions of households. Most remittances are not large transfers. They are modest amounts sent regularly by ordinary workers making extraordinary sacrifices for their loved ones. In many years, remittances inflows have rivaled or exceeded earnings from some of Uganda's most important export sectors. That's a big one. Okay. She says, these workers abroad are not a burden on Uganda. They're helping sustain families and supporting the economy. The more important question is this: why are so many young Ugandans leaving in the first place? You have led Uganda for nearly 4 decades and are now beginning your 9th term in office. No other leader can reasonably claim that Uganda's successes are his alone while distancing himself from its failure. The responsibility for both rests with your government. During your years in power, Uganda's population has more than doubled and millions of young people enter the labor market every year. Yet job creation has consistently failed to keep pace. This is not primarily a failure of Uganda's youth. It is a failure of economic policy. She writes here. She goes on to say, in the 1990s, and she goes on to say, I like this part. I'll go run here. It's a long one. You can read it yourself, but I'll go here where she, in her conclusive remarks, okay, right around here, she mentions about, corruption. Yes. She says, corruption and nepotism have also become major job killers. Every shilling stolen from public funds is a road not built, an irrigation scheme not completed, a tourism site not developed, a factory not established, and a business not supported. Corruption discourages investors, raises the cost of doing business, and undermines fair competition. Talented young Ugandans without political connections are locked out of opportunities, while resources that could generate employment and are diverted into private pockets. The cost is measured not only in money, but in lost jobs, lost enterprises, and lost dreams. The result is that many capable and ambitious Ugandans conclude that their best chances of survival lies abroad. Mr. President, our young people do not need lectures. They need jobs. They need an economy that rewards hard work and talent. They need a government that sees their struggles, understands their frustrations, and responds with practical solutions. Instead of criticizing those who leave, why not make a commitment to the nation? Why not publish every month the number of jobs created in Uganda? Democratic governments around the world regularly publish employment data and are held accountable for economic performance. Citizens are entitled to know whether jobs are being created in which sectors and at what pace. As you begin your 9th term in office, make a simple pledge to Uganda's youth. Every month, tell the nation how many jobs have been created, where they have been created, and what concrete measures your government is taking to expand opportunities. That would be accountability, that would be leadership, and that would show respect for the young Ugandans whose future depends on the answers. Do not mock the youth who leave. Answer the question they are asking. After nearly 4 decades in power, where are the jobs? Respectfully, Winnie Byanyima. First of all, Winnie Byanyima, I want to be the bearer of the bad news. Like I said, Museveni is going to read that letter, or he's read that letter, with a bleed of concern, with a bleed of suspicion. He doesn't trust you. He doesn't care what you say. He doesn't. Like, I do not understand. Like I've been saying, I'm trying to find ways of how I can jolt out this optimism from this woman. He doesn't care. And there's a very famous adage, goes like, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. Museveni, to announce jobs that have been created in a month? Are you kidding me? Come on, Winnie Byanyima. Museveni does not care. Don't take my word for it. Let me give you this. Remember, this is the man you're writing to. Listen, he was asked at one time, hey, don't you get tired? Don't you think it's been quite some time? Haven't you served, enough period of time? How about you go? Listen to what he says.
Do you wake up sometimes and feel, you know what, this is too much for me. This is too much. You don't feel appreciated enough.
It doesn't matter because I'm working for myself. I'm not working for other people.
I'm working for myself. I'm not working for other people. That's what Museveni is saying. I'm not working for other people. He went on to say, actually, I'm working for my family. Yeah, if I could go back here. Says, I'm working for my family. Listen, yeah, I remember that's what he said.
I'm working for my grandchildren, for my children.
He's working for his grandchildren and his children. He doesn't care. And these were like, let me check here to be sure. These were 10 years ago. Do you think he's changed his attitude? I mean, a man still gloats in the abduction and torturing people. When we're headed for the election, he said, I have soldiers, they carry guns, and each gun carries 120 bullets. Like, threatening violence against innocent people. That's a man you're saying, oh, they deserve respect, not mockery. The true definition of Museveni is mockery. He has that patronizing, compassion. It's not compassion. He's not a genuinely compassionate person. Absolutely not. At one time I watched him, he was speaking to members of the press from Eastern Uganda and was going like, Mulibwavu, Mulibwavu, Mwena Mulibwavu. Like, mocking their level of poverty. And he was smiling. That's the man you're trying to write, oh, please, Museveni. No. Lastly, Museveni is the head of all ministers because he appoints ministers. Minister means a servant of the people. You'd think. Minister. Museveni appoints ministers because he's the chief minister. And of course, many of you are going to be like, oh, about the prime minister. Yes, but that prime minister is appointed by Museveni. So Museveni is CEO of all ministers in his government, deputized by the prime minister. Minister means servant of people. Listen to Museveni.
First, I'm not an employee.
Okay?
First, I'm not an employee. I hear some people saying that I am their servant. I'm not a servant of anybody.
I'm not a servant of anybody. That's Museveni for you. He's not a servant of anybody. So, I don't understand when you write to Museveni. What do you think? It's going to be like, oh, wow. I think I should consider what Winnie Byanyima has said. He doesn't care. If you really had hope that Museveni would change his MO at this moment, I pray that hope vanishes. Let it go. Retreat. Not necessary to retreat and, leave him. No, retreat back and re-strategize on that round table and be like, how do we get rid of this charlatan? That's all you got to do. Museveni, he doesn't care. I hate to be the bearer of the bad news, but he does not care at all. So thank you that you're writing, but I hate to be the bearer of the bad news. A man is bereft of compassion. A man is bereft of empathy. A man is bereft of a scintilla of patriotism. It's become worse as it continues to keep this firm grip on power. My name is Mordecai Murisa. Let me know what you think. Am I being too tough? Am I being pessimistic, especially from a guy who wrote a book about optimism? There's that 1% in me that is pessimistic. I'm just being real, not pessimistic. All right. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like this video, share it with people out there, and invite others to join us. Bye-bye for now.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.